Driving less than 100 kilometers from Bangkok, but you believe it or not, people often overlook this place. Thinking Ayutthaya is such an old city with nothing interesting. But in fact, it's full of charm many have never seen. And you are now in Road Trip, the show that takes you on a journey through the steering wheel and your beloved car. Because I believe traveling is not just about reaching the destination, but it's about creating stories along the way. For this trip, I want to invite everyone to open your heart to an old city that never gets old. Starting at Wat Chaiwatthanaram Temple. Built upon the power of victory, Buddha images were decapitated as the belief that the head of the Buddha have the lyrics or even the golden hidden inside. Then continuing to Phra Si Sanphet Temple, the center of royal courts in the past. There is no principal Buddha image because it was not a temple for the people, but a temple for the king. And trek a break at recharge at Baan Rak Na Café, a cafe that is both cozy and photogenic. And after that, ride a cable car across the river to Niwet Thammaprawat Temple, which is look like a Christian church. But in fact, 100% Buddhist. Before ending the day with highlight not to be missed, a boat riding around Ayutthaya Island. Admiring the night lights. Passing by ancient temples and riverside communities that reflect stories of the past. So close, yet it feels like a faraway journey. All of this with the show Road Trip. Ayutthaya. Hi guys, we met again, right? So here we go to the old town of Siam. It had been around like 500 or 600 years ago, and importantly, at the past around 1970s, 1980s, this place is very popular, and the name of that province is Ayutthaya. So don't waste any more time, here we go. Traveling by car may not be the best way. It doesn't get you to destination fast as a plane, and it's not as convenient as sitting in a 7 series with a driver. But driving on your own, mile after mile, has something more special. It lets you see the world out there at slower rhythm. Every time the wheels turns, every mile that passed, we get to know ourselves, be with ourselves, without even realizing it. Maybe the meaning of traveling isn't just about the destination. It's like the story we collect along the way. On this road, we call life, and that's right there. It's my true intention. เท่าไหร่ครับไม่มี30ใช่ไหมอันนี้เขาเรียกว่าอะไรครับข้าวเกรี๊ยว The texture is crispy and it's sweet. I don't know what it made from, but this is very huge, bigger than my steering wheel, you see. Here we are in the Wat Chaiwatthanaram Temple. So you can see it's under construction. The maintenance, I don't know why, but I heard that if you want to be the cultural tourism, you have to let it be. But in Thai, we have different philosophy just to maintenance it. Chaiwatthanaram Temple is an ancient temple located on the west bank of Chao Phraya River, just outside Ayutthaya's island city. It was built in 1630 during the reign of King Prasad Thong, a memorial of his victory in war and also dedicated to his mother. Its architecture was inspired by Angkor Wat in Cambodia, especially the concept of cosmic universe, reflected in its layout. The central prang, Khmer-style tower, stands tall at the center, surrounded by 8 smaller prangs on a square platform. Around the complex runs a gallery lined with rows of seated Buddha images, many of which today remain only a base or damaged figures. Unlike common monasteries, this temple was not built for monks to reside in, but rather for royal ceremonies and as a cremation site for kings and members of the royal family. It looks beautiful actually, but I never been here even I live in Bangkok, that far away from this place, only 1 hour driving. This is the first time same as you. So the interesting point is the art of traditional Thai. At that time they call it Siam. It's a late Siam around like 1630. And the middle of the temple they call prang, resembles stone of the Angkor Wat in Cambodia. And the building itself has a staircase at the base and leading to the top of the tower at the middle. So it's the traditional late Ayutthaya era around 1630 that I mentioned earlier. Here, you will see the majestic central prang, symmetrically framed by the 8 smaller corner prangs, arranged to embody the Hindu cosmological vision of the universe. This reflects the seamless blends of Buddhist and Hindu belief. Despite centuries of war and decay, its architectural roots that shape Thai identity have never faded away. And you also can see Buddha image were decapitated, as they believe the head of the Buddha have the lyrics or even the golden hidden inside. And they sell it in the black market in the 20th centuries, early 60s, 70s, 80s. So now on you cannot see any statue have their own head. And if you step up a bit, in the middle of the temple, you could see that I mentioned the square basement and have the staircase lead to the top of the tower. But they not allow you to walking up. And you might notice one thing, if you come here, you can see the foot drag tree. I don't know what the age of it, but I think it's not growing up since this place is established. It looks calm though, not crowded people. And if you come, you can get the ancient history mood and vibe. After the fall of Ayutthaya in 1767, the temple was abandoned. It was later restored by Fine Arts Department in the late 20th century. Even though centuries have passed, the remaining bricks and structural ruins still speak powerful of how grand Ayutthaya once was. From there, we continue just 3.7 kilometers or about 8-minute drive to Wat Phra Si Sanphet Temple, located on the opposite side of the river. Wat Phra Si Sanphet Temple actually look all the same here in Ayutthaya, but this place is one of the iconic and important place for the Ayutthaya Historical Park. You can see the pagoda at the middle. They got some inspiration of architectural to the Bangkok, which is Wat Phra or Phra temple, because the first place is got some inspiration from the Khmer era, or you can see in the Angkor temple. But the pagoda is the original design from the early Ayutthaya era. Phra Si Sanphet Temple was the most important temple of Ayutthaya Kingdom. It stood within the grounds of Royal Palace, serving as a royal chapel of the court, comparable to the Temple of the Emerald Buddha in Bangkok today. It was reserved for royal ceremonies and had no resident monks. Construction began during the reign of King Barommathailokanath, 1448 to 1488, when he moved the royal palace northward. He ordered the temple built on the site of the former palace where he once resided, both to honor the old grounds and to establish a sacred space for dynasty rituals. The most significant structures here are the three grand stupas standing in a perfect linear axis. This bell-shaped Sri Lankan-style stupa enshrine the royal relics of three kings. First, King Barommathailokanath, King Ramathipati II, King Maromaraja IV. Their architectural form with round bases and elongated spires reflects the influence of both Sri Lanka and Sukhothai. Symbolically, they represent the Buddhist concept of cosmos. The temple was also home to one of Ayutthaya's most revered Buddha images, Phra Si Sanphet, cast entirely in gold, standing 16 meters tall, covered with more than 343 kilos of gold. It was considered the most sacred image of the kingdom. But when Ayutthaya fell in 1767, the Burmese army looted the city, burned the temple, and melted down the gold statue to take gold back. Only its bronze core remained, which was later moved to Wat Pho in Bangkok, where it's now enshrined as a Phra Si Sakayamuni. And do you guys wondering what the rings at the top of the pagoda actually have a meaning? You could see here, those there, over there at the middle, is a symbolic of Buddhist interpretation. Each tier or ring represents spiritual development in Buddhism. Today, only the base of ordination hall and fragments of the old walls remain. Yet, the spirit of history lingers. Each brick and fragment still whispering the story of the royal court, of a once glorious capital, and of its silent downfall. Here at the middle, be cool and pleasant, and importantly, you can see squirrel everywhere. It's kind of like give a feeling of national park, like you're walking in the park, but you have to pay an entrance fee. From the ancient atmospheres of Ayutthaya's temples, we just drive on to rest our hearts at the cozy spot, Baan Rak Na Café. The design here emphasizes warmth, resembling a tropical resort in Bali. Bamboo is bent and shaped into Gothic arches, reminiscent of European cathedral walls, yet reimagined with local materials that would blend Thai materials with Western architecture seamlessly. So we have to break a bit because I'm very starving. This place is Baan Rak Na Café. You can see it's kind of like decorative in tropical way. It look like Bali mood and wife. Behind me you can see the blended bamboo to its shape as a loop. The main building here, I think it's so beautiful. You can get the best cuisine here in Ayutthaya province. I think this restaurant is the best. And also we sit close to the rice field here. You can see it's not the real thing, kind of like simulate like field, but it's a real rice. You know what I mean, right? Thammaprawat Temple, situated with Ayutthaya Sinner Island, close to the old royal palace. The construction period believed to have been built during the reign of King Chiang or around the late early Ayutthaya period, about 15th centuries. And the highlight is a large Sri Lankan-style stupa and a Buddha image wearing the royal crown, which is unique and unlike anywhere else. A distinctive Ayutthaya style art form, reflecting the concept of equaling the Buddha with the king. Another place that I visited here is a wat or temple built in 17th centuries, and you're gonna see it's also collapsed. And they have a story here. Have holy water in the temple. It's very secret. People that got illness drink it. After that, they cured. So yeah, this is Thailand. And one thing you guys might wondering, if you come here, you can see that chicken, a lot of sculpture chicken there, and you might asking why they have many like 1,000 of statue. A man in the middle, he is the king, and he really loved to watch boxing of the chicken. I don't know in English properly. Yeah, I know it now. It's called roosters. It said that King Naresuan was fond of cockfighting. According to chronicles, he once won cockfighting against the ruler of Hongsawadi, the Burmese crown prince. This victory was seen as a matter of honor and prestige for Ayutthaya. Because of this, the rooster became a symbol associated with reverence for King Naresuan. Locals and devotees often bring rooster statues to Wat Thammaprawat as offerings. They believe this act honors King Naresuan, who once interpreted his victory in cockfighting as a sign of his later triumphs in great wars. As a result, rooster statues of every size can now be found throughout the temple grounds. And they bring the chicken statue to amens after they got a witch. Niwet Thammaprawat ราชวรวิหาร We will transport it by cable car pass through the Chao Phraya river. Actually, it's the same river route to the Bangkok. As you can see that this exactly river pass through Phra temple, any kind of stuff of temple beside the river in Bangkok. Here is exactly the same route. This is why Thailand is the best. We transported without any fee, so it's free actually. They have like charity box to give a donate if you want. It's the first class royal monastery, located on a small island in the middle of Chao Phraya River, directly opposite side Bang Rak Palace. The temple was built in 1878 during the reign of King Chulalongkorn or King Rama V. Intended as a place for royal ceremonies, whenever the court resided at Bang Rak Palace. The name Niwet Thammaprawat, the dwelling where drama is enshrined, as an example. King Chulalongkorn wishes for this temple to reflect the idea of Siam civilization, commissioning it in the style of Western Gothic architecture. Yo, bro, I never seen this before. You can see the building. It's actually a Thai temple, but decoration in Portuguese architectural. You can see like some monks stay here. The design itself, I never noticed it could be a Thai temple. For you guys, I think you might be like not excitement because you can see this kind of architectural everywhere, especially in Europe. The ordination hall was designed to resemble a Christian church, with yellow cream walls, pointed arch windows, stained glass, and a tall bell tower. Inside, enshrined the principal Buddha image, พระพุทธนารมนธรรมโมพาส a Man Vichai style image in the Rattanakosin artistic tradition. Decorative details draw inspiration from Western Gothic art, harmoniously blended with Thai motifs. The temple grounds also include a library pavilion built in the middle of the pond, a Rattanakosin style prang, and several uniquely designed pavilions. Outside look gorgeous, but if you come here inside, it's amazing. I never seen this kind of beauty before. They combine Western architectural into the Thai style. You can see the Buddha statue at the middle, but a single element is here, the knife from the Middle Age of European historical. It's kind of weird thing because commonly for the guard standing beside the Buddha could be Indian mythology, but here you can see, and the details of this interior is, I don't know, it's amazing. This place is not merely a temple, it is a work of art inviting us to slow down, to observe and absorb. Its small details quietly speak of Siam's effort to adapt and integrate with Western culture during the colonial era. And in the evening, another highlight not to be missed is the boat riding along Ayutthaya's riverside communities. We began just after dusk, the sky shifting from soft blue in gentle orange. Like you see, no orange at all, I'm just kidding. The clock lit near 6 p.m. That fleeting moment when daylight was slipping away. At first, we thought we catch the sunset, but in truth, we missed it. The boat drifted slowly along Baan Rak River, past riverside communities that seemed like they belong another world. Old wooden houses, some with walls of real timber planks, others with verandas extended out, deliberately built to catch the river breeze. This was life with the water, not just homes built beside the canals, but lives lived with the water itself. Washing clothes, rinsing dishes, or strolling by the bank. Just watching, it makes us feel like if we were 100 kilometers away from the city. Though in reality, it had taken us less than 2 hours to drive here.
Amazing and rally in the same time.
We are in Disneyland, but in real life.
Yes, the river is a white color.
Yeah,
It's the most of the northern part.
yes, and it is like the river is full of like red gray. So that's why the color turns from green into red like this.
Yeah, and the important thing is when the boat each other overflows, it make a bump.
Yeah, a bump wave, right?
Yeah,
And that's the exciting part.
so rare.
And also like another thing that you guys can see is like the context of the city, which you can see many kinds of different old and new blended together.
We recommend you guys to visit with the boat.
Of course,
When you come here, you are going because you get a new perspective
yeah.
of the city, not like when you're driving.
Finally, the boat brought us to Chaiwatthanaram temple. Right guys, we are waiting for spotlight that's turned on. You can see that they already turns on, but they're not bright enough. So we waiting here for a while because I want to see the final location that right around here. It would be a great trip for closer video here. So just wait a bit and you will get what you deserve. Though night had fallen, the temple's towers were lit dramatically. Their spires glowed like a stage set, the shadows of the stupas stretching across the river. It was an image no road could ever give us, because it was the Ayutthaya in a way no street can ever take you. We got a spotlight here and spotlight behind me. This is the goal that I want to achieve. Soon, the first lights flickered on, replacing the sun that had disappeared from the sky. The warm orange glow from light bulbs or small lanterns in the front of river eateries, reflecting across the darkening water. Not bright, but soft and gentle. It made me feel like this. Listen. As if someone had dimmed the light to just the right level inside my heart. Yeehaw! Shut! Some river restaurants had guests at the tables. Others were still quiet. Yet everywhere there was sound. Not music, but the sound of water. The wind guiding us under the Buddhist Bridge. and into the Chao Phraya River.
Yo, bro, rather than nightlife from the temple,
Yeah.
we could see the restaurant beside the river
I would
that
like to say
opened.
we can see live how people usually like spend time.
Yeah, you mean life, right?
Yeah.
I mean light.
Like
Yeah, light. But
Right.
anyway, it look cool though.
Yeah, of course. And that's
What happened? We have to turn off the light because for the rider, the uncle who was
for the
riding-
captain.
Yeah, for the captain.
It's hard to see. So
He couldn't see the way.
on our right side is you can go to Bangkok
Yeah, of course.
and
Come on.
There were no fireflies as we once hoped. Instead, there were living lights that glowed from families gathered from the dining table. Lights that whispered of the people still here, still living, and that made Ayutthaya feel alive, a city not only of ruins, but out of breath.